NBA coming up. Great. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Anthony Simons out there with Shaden Sharp. Then it's Denny Avdia. Then there's Klingon. And it's Kamare in at the 3 spot. And for Utah, in at forward, it's going to be Markkanen and Collins. Sexton is out there with Keontae George. And it's Kessler in at the 5 spot. And Stan, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
Now, here's Sexton. 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Collins. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
And you love how instant Collins' shot can be. Gets a pass and wastes no time in releasing it.
Simons against Sexton. And the slam dunk by Simons.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
In his first 3 seasons in the NBA, Stan, Anthony Simons only started 5 games. But now he is out there a lot and getting starts.
Well, look, Kevin, he played under Damian Lillard. Not a bad role model for Anthony Simons. Another 6'3" guard with explosive scoring capability.
Now, here's Simons. Wide open look here for Klingon. Hits it from 3-point range.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
Sexton against Simons. Kessler's setting the pick for Sexton. A 3-pointer, no good.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Sexton against Simons. With the drive. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Now, here's Sexton. Outside for George. Pass to Collins. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And how about the heart from Collins on that play, working through the foul for the and-one opportunity.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Well, John Collins was a force in his first few years, Stan, but hasn't seemed to match that level of success since that time. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think there's a few reasons, Kevin. Number one, I just think it's a lot about opportunity, and he went from being the number 2 guy on a team to being the 3rd, 4th, even at times 5th guy on the floor, so he's not getting as much opportunity. He doesn't have as much opportunity to play some of his minutes as a center now, and that was always where he could get a quickness advantage. So even where he is now, though, this guy is a very good player and has gotten to the point he's underrated.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, Anthony Simons came into the NBA at age 19, and he's paid his dues, working his way up from the end of the bench to a starring role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA, and confidence is a big thing. Well, Kevin, he certainly earned it. Back to you.
I would totally agree with you, DA. Thank you so much. Portland with the ball, following the bucket by the Jazz. Now, here's Sharp. Still yet to score. It's good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Jazz trail by 3. Outside, Sexton. Collins with it, and Simons picks him up defensively. Kicks it out to Collins. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Collins has got 12 points in the game.
And that's 2 tough points from Collins, willing to mix it up down low.
And Simons wide open. He'll fire. No good with the triple. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Sexton deciding where to go with it. George against Sharp. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Aggressive slash from the young guard. George fears no one when attacking the basket.
Simons from outside. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 11.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Markkanen passes to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
And so some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And the guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
On the court for the Trailblazers. Klingon is out there with Denny Avdia. Then it's Anthony Simons. Then it's Sharp. And it's Kamare in at the small forward.
And using the quickness to his advantage there. Sexton getting some momentum behind him so he could put that one down.
You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Pass to Kessler. Outside, George. Back to Kessler. This is the baby hook. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Now Klingon. Here's the three. Sexton grabs the board.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Outside, Markkanen. There's a screen by Collins. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Portland trailing here. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Sharp. He lobs it up and out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
For Utah, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. To the middle, here's Kessler. And the layup's good off the glass. And it's a 4-point Jazz lead.
A big man who does a little bit of everything. Collins' team-first attitude shining through with that terrific pass.
Sexton against Simon. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Sexton's shot is good. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin. Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Kessler setting the pick for Sexton. Jacks up a three. On the wing, Markkanen. Kessler finds Sexton. 4 on the shot clock. And it's denied.
And at 7'2", Klingon is a huge shot blocking threat. Guys have got to be careful when he's around.
Three seconds left. Avdia with a defensive effort. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here he goes. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
How about the leaping ability there on the slam? I love how Sexton just rises up with confidence inside.
Simons surveying the D. That shot, no good.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
And how about the mobility from the big man? I love when Collins takes charge and goes aggressively to the hoop.
Avdia, a screen on Sexton. To the inside. Avdia, the pass to Sharp. Back to Avdia. A three-pointer is right on target. Avdia's got 5 now.
Nice vision from the youngster, Sharp, that time.
Markkanen sets the pick for Collins. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
How about last season? He made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
And so it's the Utah Jazz with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. It's time now. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. John Collins has been sensational.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
Martin is out there with Filipowski. Then it's Collier. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Hendricks in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah. Outside for Martin. Just 4 to shoot. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. You know, Stan, the Blazers started the rebuild process with the big Dame Lillard trade to Milwaukee.
Kevin, it takes guts for a GM to make a move like that, and it didn't go well early on. But they've got to trust the process and stick with the plan that they made. Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
To the right side. Shots good by Filipowski. Filipowski's got the lead up to 8 now for Utah. And so Henderson will bring it up for Portland. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. Right side to Walker. Walker with this screen for Henderson. Banked in off the glass. Henderson's got his first points of the night.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Hendricks. He's covered by Grant. Takes it inside, and that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Trailblazers trail by 8. Henderson outside. Launches a 3. Filipowski grabs the board. Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Clarkson. Swiped it away. And they're pushing it up. Goes up. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move. And he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Filipowski. Loads of expectations come with going #1 overall, Stan. We all know that. Just ask DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, Kevin, I think he's become one of the more underrated players in this league. He was the top pick in 2018. People will always measure him against that standard. But look, he's averaged a double-double every season in the league. It's not easy to be that consistent.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Henderson kicks to Ayton. Pass to Grant. Ayton with it. Back to Grant. Misses the 3. 1:57 left to play here in the third. Nice ball movement by Utah. There's a screen. And Jabari Walker picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
.144 left in the third quarter of the game. Clarkson passes to Hendricks. Down to 5 on the shot clock from outside the arc. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Ayton attacking. And Ayton throws it down.
Oh, that is sick. I mean, a terrific ball handler for a 5. Ayton comes full force.
And he comes up with the deuce. And the Jazz lead by 7.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Screen by Grant. Henderson inside the 3-point line. Grant against Clarkson. Ayton in the corner. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. No good from Grant. Jazz leading by 7. Filipowski passes to Clarkson. Hits the 3-point bomb.
A fine shooter from deep. Clarkson has a good feel for when to let it fly.
Trailblazers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Henderson outside. Ayton sets the pick for Henderson. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Henderson's got 5 points so far. Here's Collier, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Now, when you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fight.
And so it's Utah, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Back right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. He said to his guys, we need to push the pace more. Come on, guys, we're at our best when we're attacking in transition. Energy up now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, we've got Sharp. Swinging is out there with Denny Avdia. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Kamare in at the 3 set. And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Simons. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Sexton against Simons. Sexton the pass to Kessler. Back to Sexton. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Kessler, and Kessler throws it down.
Beautiful rim first jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. And it's Simons off the drive, and that one drops for him. Simons has got 19 points.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Outside for George. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 3. Sharp, that's good.
A few defenders can keep up with Sharp in the open floor. This guy is electric.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They've led by as much as 10. Outside, Markkanen. Sexton on the wing, covered by Simons. Markkanen can't get it to go. Portland's gone 2 for 2 from 3-point land to start the 4th quarter, and they take the lead. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
Outside Markkanen. Collins with it. Now Avdia defending. Out to the wing. Kessler passes to Collins. Avdia with the rebound. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Klingon. Drains the 3-pointer. Klingon's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
And love the poise from the rookie big man Klingon. He embraces moments like these.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Lebowski, he's checked in for the Jazz.
Checking in for the Jazz, number 22, Lebowski.
And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. And Sexton slams it in.
Big shot player. Sexton showing us he loves the spotlights. He's energized performing here under the bright lights.
Simons finds Avdia. Back to Simons. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
To Filipowski, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Filipowski. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Portland's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Sexton against Simon. There's the pick. Going inside. Rebounded by the Jazz. Markkanen's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. George with no one around. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 4 assists now tonight. Simons against Sexton. Pass to Klingon. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Clock at 6. And it's Simons off the drive. Here's Kamara. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Simons against Sexton. Mr. Collins. Outside for Sexton. Good.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Avdia, a screen on Sexton. And the slam dunk by Simon.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of it.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Here's George. Got it.
Well, what I want to know, where is the communication defensively?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. And what's their best move at this point?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick
Three-pointer, Markkanen, no good. And so it's Utah who scraped by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering.
Sexton out there with Keontae George, and it's Filipowski in at the 5. It'll be the Pelicans off the tip. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Here's Filipowski. George outside. They set the pick to the right side. And it's Filipowski. That time on the assist by George.
Hey, take it right to the defense. Not a bad way to start this game.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Will Hardy. He said when Zion is healthy and right, you can't really stop him. But you can try to contain him, stop his dribble drive, force him to hit shots over the top of you. Sounds like they're going to try to make him a jump shooter tonight.
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's Sexton. Here's Filipowski. Markkanen sets a screen. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just magnificent. I mean, he punishes the D for lackluster effort.
They look a little disorganized there, but the result is an emphatic jam.
Yeah, sometimes aggression can overcome certain offensive limitations. You saw it right there.
And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
Out to the right wing. Now here's Williamson. Tipped away. Just 5 on the clock. And another basket for New Orleans. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Up top, Collins, covered by Williamson. Can't get it to fall.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. The last touch by Filipowski. Tries a 3 off the inbound. The rebound by Filipowski.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
It's George on the wing. Ooh, poked away. McCollum with a steal. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Jazz trail by 3. Sexton with it. Back to Markkanen. Clock at 6. On target from range. It's a tie ball game.
Well, you can see this team depends on Markkanen to space the floor, delivers with the range 3 there.
Williamson with a screen on George, and Keontae George gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Williamson. Utah grabs the miss. Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they have the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
So they take the lead.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close range look.
McCollum taking his time here. And the 3-pointer goes. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Sexton passes to Collins. Kicks it to George. 6 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Zion Williamson grabs the miss.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
And so it's Collins who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 1. Here's Sexton. And a missed layup. New Orleans has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Williamson against George. Picked by Williamson. On the take. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Marketing for three. Here's George. Ooh, he trades the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And indeed, they're he beat the buzzer.
And of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but I'm not sure how much it'll impact this game. We'll see.
And the ruling is in. The call stands. No bucket. So no change in the score as we end the quarter.
Good move to review that shot. That was really...
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's New Orleans. They lead by 3. We've got more in store for you right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you think, guys?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
Okay, on the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans.
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
Murray from outside. Sexton grabs the board. Utah trailing here. Well, when you talk about the most underrated players in the league, Doris, Sexton has to be in the conversation.
Well, let's begin with the fact that he's an absolutely fearless scorer, a tough competitor, an improved facilitator. There's grit, determination. He's willing to get into you defensively. He is somebody that will compete on the defensive end.
McCollum against Sexton. To the wing on the left. Hits the trifecta. Give him 8.
You know, at the offensive end, McCollum does a little of everything for you. I mean, that was a great pass.
George passes to Collins. From behind the arc. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Collins.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Ready to cash in. I like when McCollum looks to mix it up like this.
Williamson against Collins. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Pelicans are still developing their on-court chemistry. Coach Willie Green said this group is still pretty young in terms of being on the floor together. We're starting to figure it out. We just have to stay committed and continue to be elite on both ends of the floor, and it starts with our defense. B.A.?
They've really got something, Allie. Thanks. Here's Collins, and Collins with the slam.
Oh, a high flyer. Collins playing above the rim and then coming down with force.
They set a pick. Kicks it out to Williamson. The offensive rebound. Outside Murray. To the paint. Goes up again. Utah grabs the miss. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Markkanen finds Collins.
2 minutes remaining.
Kicks it to George.
2 minutes.
Back to Collins. From the arc. That won't go either for Collins. The Pelicans have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
With the floater, just bullies his way in. Lauri Markkanen.
Boy, he's got so much length that under duress, still able to finish. Go ahead, Lauri Markkanen.
Williamson for 3. Again, Williamson missing.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Doris, when we talk about home court advantages, the Jazz have amongst the best.
They do, BA. You have to play at altitude. They're also a little bit isolated as well, so travel is hard. Let me tell you this, their fan base is loud, L-O-U-D.
And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently, they have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
George against Murray. Nice shot by George.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's McCollum, and the layup is good off the glass. McCollum's got 9.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Markkanen looking it over. From outside, off the mark. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Offensive rebound. Pass to Murray. Out to McCollum. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Utah on D. McCollum outside. Another shot. And the Pelicans get another bucket right there.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's New Orleans. They lead by a bucket. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. All right, Doris, what do you think separates the good teams from the great teams in crunch time?
Boy, I think there's a lot of things, Brian, that separate that. Number one, can you execute on both ends when it's a clutch game? Can you absorb the pressure of a moment, understanding time and score, how to get a quality shot on every possession, how to string together multiple stops? Can you make shots under duress of great defense? There are so many things that differentiate between the good and the championship.
We've got Walker Kessler. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Collier. Then there's Kenyon Martin, and it's Hendricks in at the 3 slot. And that's the group for Will Hardy as we begin the second half.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
The Pelicans lead by 3. Pass to Misi. Banked it in off the glass. Misi's got his first basket.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Drains the triple.
Rise and fire away. This is Clarkson's attitude as soon as he catches the rock.
Alvarado, the pass to Jones. Here's Misi. He's covered by Kessler. Here's Alvarado. Counted. Alvarado's got 5 points.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Pass to Collier. And he goes in for the dunk.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention?
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
People were worried that this would slow the action down.
Under NBA rules. 2 minutes are
Smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
That free throw misses. And he's good on the second.
I like how Kelly Olynyk finds a number of different ways to contribute to his team. A selfless player who always does what's asked of him.
Here's Collier. Alvarado defending. Going inside. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Oh, my! That's why we had those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
Olynyk giving the defense no time to react. Quick catch and shoot.
Here's Collier. Uses the glass on the layup. Collier's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Alvarado outside. Driving inside, and he banks in the layup. Alvarado's got 7 points here in the quarter.
And both teams playing with a little more urgency in this half.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today.
New Orleans foul. B.J. Boston. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
3rd quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Kessler. Now here's Clarkson. Shot clock at 5. Back to Kessler. Second chance shot. And that's 2 points on the layup.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
It's Martin on the wing, guarded by Olynyk. Back to Martin. Here's Hendricks, defended by Jones. Clarkson outside. No good from outside. New Orleans leading by 4. Here's Boston. Oh, a two-handed power slam.
Well, the presence of mind from Kelly Olynyk, knowing someone's open, finds him quickly.
And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Alvarado outside. Screen by Olynyk. To the wing, right side. He gets it in there. Olynyk's got 6 points.
Well, Olynyk, such a deft touch on the interior. Keeps the ball high. The defense has no chance.
Martin outside. And it's Jordan Clarkson with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
On the court.
And so it's New Orleans up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their key to consistency has been their dominance and And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. And Williamson throws it down.
Yeah, rolling with purpose after setting the pick. Zion's terrific at recognizing how to score in these sets.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul.
That one on Murray.
First team foul.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New Orleans.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
I think tonight has also, guys, been about the lost art of the mid-range jumper. If you utilize that in-between game right, there's plenty of value in it.
You can't sleep on Collins' long arms when he's defending you. He'll swat you down all day with that long reach.
Murray from outside connects from downtown. And the Pelicans lead by 12.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Filipowski. Back to George. Clock at 6. Collins with a screen on Murray. It's George with the drive. Here's Collins. Williams grabs the board.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And in traffic, he uses the reverse to keep the shot blocker at bay.
What an incredible move. Not everyone has that kind of skill. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's George, and the jam by George.
And a solid pick to free him up with a dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here's Sexton, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
You can see the explosive athleticism that caught the eye of NBA scout Sexton with the dunk.
And he's going for the oop here. And stolen by Markkanen. And the Jazz pushing it up now. George against McCollum. George, no good. And so McCollum will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They've led by as many as 14. Here's Williamson, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Physically, there's just no way to match up with Zion, especially now that he can go to the right hand.
Taking 2 shots.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. And Keontae George gets a whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And great job to establish position and square up.
The Pelicans lead by 11. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Shot's good by McCollum.
Yeah, just great initiative from McCollum. He welcomes any scoring opportunity the defense gives him.
George passes to Sexton. It's hauled in by New Orleans. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Off the inbound pass. It's rebounded by George. Jazz trail by 14. It's Markkanen on the wing. Three-pointer. Rebounded by New Orleans. Williamson's got 4 rebounds now. Oh, misses the dunk.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Here's Markkanen. Nice touch inside there from Markkanen.
Well, you just love to see Markkanen get after it and contribute on the backboards. Big time job right there.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray finishing it off.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
The Pelicans lead by 14. To the middle. And they recover it. They set the screen. Goes back up. The rebound by Filipowski.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp. They did what was needed. Nice win here for the Pelicans.
Absolute fireworks display. High-scoring game. They were unstoppable, Grant.
Yeah, just relentless from start to finish. And the pace was furious. Ultimately, they wore out the other team.
Here's Murray.
Get out of the way!
High! Throwing it down!
Clear the way! Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
George against McCollum. Fires the three. The rebound by Filipowski. Collins outside. Driving to the basket. And Collins with the jam. And he's going to get called there for the technical foul, hanging on the rim.
Yeah, a little too enthusiastic on the slam. You want guys playing with emotion, but there's a limit to how far you can take it before it hurts the team.
Now here's Williamson. Defense is right there. McCollum way outside. Misses there. And so it's the Pelicans taking care of business in this one. Boy, all right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
matchup. Both these teams feature some very athletic players.
Well, if we get out in transition, Kevin, there's definitely some top 10 moments that are going to come up. A bunch of high flyers on both of these rosters, and we expect to see a lot of airtime from these players tonight.
Now, the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. DeJounte Murray is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Trey Murphy. Then there's Williamson. And it's Misi in at the 5. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, Brent, the Blazers had a real chance to win some titles.
Oh, man, they ran into some great teams, too, Kevin. The bad boy Pistons and then the Bulls, obviously, with Michael Jordan. Winning a title in those days took something special, and the Blazers were right there.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Now here's Henderson. They set the pick. And then Henderson with the jam.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Floats it up for Williamson. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. On offense, here are the Pelicans. 4-point game. Murray with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Murray, no good. It's been a quick start for Portland. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I was able to talk with Chauncey Billups for a minute. We talked about trying to contain someone like Zion Williamson, and Coach said it's like trying to put out a fire with a squirt gun. He's just so explosive and physical. The only good option is to build walls and try to cut him off from the hoop. See how that works out for them. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Now here's McCollum. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, C.J. McCollum can score in a lot of ways. Coming off of screens, playing with the ball, spot-up three-point shooting. Just a variety of ways to produce.
Here's Kamare. It's Henderson on the wing. Stolen by McCollum. Williamson left side. McCollum kicks to Williamson. And there's the drive. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
We know, Brent, there are many roads that lead to the modern NBA. And Shaedon Sharpe took his own unique path.
Yeah, Kevin, you could say that again. I mean, he was on the Kentucky campus as a player, but never participated in a collegiate game. And then all of a sudden finding himself at the top end of the NBA draft without ever playing a college game.
It's been an eventful run for Zion Williamson, right, Brent, to say the least, since going first overall in the 2019 draft.
And man, Kevin, you just are hoping for the simplest of things, and that is health. Because when Zion is healthy, so is this team in ways that other teams fear because of how dominant he can be. This is a special talent. You just want to see more and more of it.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Now here's McCollum. From the arc. Traps in the tray. And it's a tie ball game.
3-point.
Yeah, you can't leave Murphy open from deep. He doubled his three-point attempts from year 1 to year 2. That's confidence.
Here's Sharpe. And then Sharpe with the dunk.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And the basket by McCollum.
C.J. McCollum can go from second gear to fourth gear and back to second gear. A defense's nightmare.
Sharpe, the pass to Henderson. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And then Sharpe with the dunk.
And Sharpe, just a wing player, showing that verticality he has, getting high above the rim that time.
A three from McCollum. Portland grabs the miss. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Sharpe, and then Sharpe with the dunk.
We've heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
And they're on the break. Henderson with it. Out guarded by Murray. Out to Henderson. Back to Ayton. Pass to Sharp. Just 5 on the clock. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Just great hands for Ayton to time that one.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. McCollum, no good.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
The line for the Pelicans, Mason.
And I think when it comes to...
The play is under video review under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes.
It's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for Portland?
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers they're capitalizing on.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. They've got DeJounte Murray. Trey Murphy is out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Messi in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Ayton. Messi grabs the rebound. Pelicans trail by 9. And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, seen it all. Back to you.
You know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you.
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't. Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Avdia with a screen for Sharp. Pass to Ayton. Murray against Avdia. From 7. Back to Ayton. Fires from deep. And Avdia, the bucket on the assist by Ayton. Avdia's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. From deep three-point land. Rebound by the Trailblazers. There's the lob to Avdia. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. McCollum outside. Kicks it out to Williamson. Loses his grip and misses the dunk. Trailblazers leading by 12. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open. Yeah, so fun to watch him get fancy on any finish. Zion, again to the rack.
Oh, Ayton in position. And now the Pelicans on the break. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Sharp against Murray. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And Sharp is the kind of guy who gets up there in a hurry. That elevator, that's got some extra juice.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Ayton a screen on Murray. Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And good quickness there. Sharp, exciting to watch when he's in attack mode.
Here's Murray. And it's Portland with the rebound.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. They trail by 14.
And throw it up to Trey, and he'll finish it off.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Sharp, the pass to Henderson. No good on the three. Pelicans trail by 12. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Henderson pulls it in.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Here's Sharp. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Jones from outside. He doesn't hit that one. Up in time. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll return shortly.
To center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum line. They're thinking about the shot.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Shaedon Sharp really making a difference here.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
You want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
They've got Klingon. Jabari Walker is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Rupert in at the 2 spot. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. Here's Boston, covered by Simon. Connects from three-point range. And, Brent, you've seen the way the game has grown over the years. The skill level of the league is higher than ever.
Yeah, the talent level, Kevin, that is on display on a nightly basis in this league is staggering. But a lot of kids out there watching what's going on. They're going to push this game even further. How exciting is that?
Here's Walker. And that one is good. Walker's got his first points in this one.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Takes it inside, and the dunk by Walker.
Great decision by Simons. He's got the reputation of a score-first guard. He can dish it.
Pass to Olynyk. For 3, It's good from long range.
Kelly Olynyk.
He does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Hey, Brett, what's one area where we really see these Portland Trail Blazers excel?
Well, they're great on the offensive glass. They have presence on the inside. They have a ton of focus on just collecting rebounds. So great at retrieving those misses.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, New Orleans, 11-point game. They swipe it.
The instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Pelicans trail by 9 and stolen by Simon. Pass to Rupert. The kick out to Walker. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul.
Kelly Olynyk.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Alvarado with the steal.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Oh, what a jam! Simon!
Good job with Simons not hesitating. Just opened up for a split second. He was ready to fire.
So the wing on the left. It's up a 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Rupert. The kick out to Simons. Driving inside. And the slam dunk by Simon.
Boy, Simons' athleticism, so quick off the floor.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract limits. Commissioner Silver says we used to refer to it as dead money, a star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, DA, that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. Outside, Simon. He takes it in, and the slam dunk by Simon.
That's exactly how you utilize the pick and roll. Simons looking really comfortable in the set there.
Stolen by Walker. Now, here's Simons. He has 6. Lets it go from deep. Again, Simons missing. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Olynyk, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, Kelly Olynyk can score all over, but really valuable when you start to get points from this kind of balanced attack.
Clingan the screen for Simon. Drains it from beyond the arc. Simons has got 9 points in the quarter.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And here is Olynyk. And so it's Portland holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their shooting has been the big. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for me.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Zion Williamson. Murray out there with McCollum. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Messi in at center.
And wasting no time, DeJounte Murray off the catch.
Trailblazers leading by 8. Ayton sets the pick for Sharp. From deep. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul.
Henderson.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul.
New Orleans has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Floats it up for Williamson.
And there's that athleticism we talk about with Zion. What a dunk.
Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Murray against Sharp. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far.
First team foul.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Henderson finds Avdia. 6 to shoot. Driving in. Chalk up 2 there. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Oh, Ayton in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. A shot by Messi, no good. Portland leading by 10. Poke loose, stolen by McCollum. For 3, Murray. And the Pelicans miss again. And so is Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. At one point, they led by 16. Ayton sets the pick for Henderson. And it's off from three-point range. Wide open look. Uses the glass to drop it in.
There's Murphy using that length inside.
For Portland, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. McCollum against Henderson. Knocked away. And stolen by Ayton.
2 minutes in the game.
Here's Kamara. Avdia kicks to Ayton. There's the drive. They can't finish the one-handed jam. Pelicans trail by 10. Lets it go with a 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Murphy's such a good-looking young player in this league, someone who can get hot in a hurry.
Against Murray. And contact on the shots. And so the coach's challenge here comes into personal foul.
Second team foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Trailblazers.
This is a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
Back to Williamson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
You're worried about Zion getting up and dunking on you, but you got to stay down on the pump fake. Skilled at using it, Zion will find his way to the line.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Henderson, and then Henderson with the jam.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
An impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Here's Sharp. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's the Pelicans with the ball, trailing by 10. Into the lane, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Portland winning this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly. drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Here are the starters for Utah. Markkanen and Collins, the 3 and 4. Then there's Colin Sexton, then it's Filipowski, and it's Hendricks in at the 2-guard spot. Oh, didn't think that was going in.
Yeah, maybe outside Henderson's range, but the confidence showing through, and the defense not ready for him to shoot from that far out.
Now here's Sexton. Collins with a screen on Henderson. Sexton finds Markkanen. Knocked loose. Back to Sexton. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Never bashful about showcasing his athleticism. Sexton can really get up and finish.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chauncey Billups, and I took the time to ask him about his strategy for Lauri Markkanen, and he said we know he's going to hit big shots and be physical on the floor, but we're going to make him work for everything tonight. I hope we can test every shot that he takes. Hope and hard work. Can't ask for more than that, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Whoa, did you see that? John Collins, a little bit of sauce on that slam.
8, no good.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Stan, how do you think the Utah Jazz have fared with a relatively young squad?
Well, Brian, I'd say admirably. It's not easy to be the less experienced team figuring things out all the time, but they continue to grow and work and get better.
Here's Sharp, following the bucket by the Jazz. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. And Collins with the slam.
Yeah, look at Collins staying one step ahead in transition, going all out to convert on the fast break.
Here's Sharp, driving in. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
The biggest reason Sexton was a top 10 pick? Explosiveness. He's tough to slow down.
And remember, despite a great start to his career, Colin Sexton was traded after his 4th year, Coach.
Yeah, well, Brian, seems like everybody gets traded at some point now, and Sexton has responded well to that deal. He understands it's not personal, it's a business. He deserves a lot of credit for what he's done.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, too. The team that traded you, there's also a team that wanted you in trade.
So true.
And Hendricks gets it to go.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Now here's Sharp. Pass to Henderson. Shot clock at 6. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
An athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
Out to the right wing. Filipowski for 3. Portland grabs the miss.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Apia. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Utah leading by 3. Sexton looking around. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Jazz. Kicks it out to Markkanen. 54 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's the pick. Pass to Filipowski. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Hits a 3-pointer. Hendricks has got 5 points.
3 points.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Sexton against Henderson. The rebound by Filipowski.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Henderson against Sexton. Henderson, the pass to Aiden. And he got the whistle on the way up. And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
At the line for Portland, DeAndre Ayton. 2 shots. The play is under video review under NBA
It was
rules.
smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Aiden. Aiden hits them both. Here's Sexton. 11 points in the game. Collins with a screen on Henderson. Ooh, a 2-handed power slam.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done.
Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
BA, forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Utah.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell. Get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
Scoot and Sharp for the backcourt set. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Avdia, and it's Kamare in at the small forward position. That's the group for Portland starting the second. Right wing. Here's Hendricks. 7 points in the game. Rebounded by Kamare. Well, the truth is, Stan, you lose a franchise legend like Damian Lillard, it really changes your identity.
Oh, it does, Brian. Their offense ran through Lillard for over a decade. Last year was almost a total reset. Now someone has to step up and be that guy.
Nice awareness there from the big man Collins. Solid at finding his teammates when they're open.
17-foot shot on the way, and that one's good. Sharp. Sharp's got 6.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Sexton misses. Avdia with it. Picked up by Sexton. Sharp goes in. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Henderson misses. Jazz leading by 11. Pass to Collins. And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
First team foul.
Here's Sexton. 16 points for him. Here's Hendricks. Back to Collins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Fires for 3. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 in this game. Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Avdia finds Sharp. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Sharp's got 5 points in the quarter.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A. And unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
Portland making a switch here. Grant's checked in.
Number 9, Jeremy Grant.
Blazers trail by 9. Outside Sharp. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer it home.
Collins finds Sexton. Collins with it. Now Sharp defending. Here's Sexton. Score that basket. His 8th out of 9 shots here today.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Miss. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. He goes up, rips down the breakaway slam.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Stolen by Collins. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Jazz are making progress. Coach Will Hardy said this team has shown grit and character and has developed a lot of confidence. When we're going through game preparations, the players walk away knowing if they do certain things, they can win. That's a big step in the right direction.
A bright future, Allie. Thank you. Blazers trail by 11. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves. But that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Here's Sharp. There's 45 seconds left to play in the half. Takes it inside. Rebounded by the Jazz. Filipowski's got 7 rebounds in the game. Over to the wing. Here's Hendricks. He's covered by 8. And that one is stuffed right through.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Sharp with it. Picked up by Markkanen. They swipe it. Here's Hendricks. He's got 13. The ball's knocked loose. Grant attacks. Nails the baby hook.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
And so it's the Utah Jazz in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Wow, Colin Sexton displaying all his skills today.
Using all that momentum behind him to finish with power. Gotta love watching him dive toward the rim.
Well, when you've got a player with the energy and athleticism he has, it can make for a big night when he gets it going.
So on the floor for Utah, George out there with Collier. Then there's Kenyon Martin. Then it's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Kessler in at the 5, roaming the paint. Grant with a screen on George. George against Simons. Pass to Klingon. A little mid-range shot is up. It's rebounded by George. Utah leading by 15. The 16th pick in last year's draft. Keontae George was thrown right into the fire his rookie season, Stan.
Yeah, down the stretch, he was basically handed the keys to the offense at the point guard position. He may take some lumps, but his talent level is evident.
And a strong finish with 2 hands.
For a 7'2" guy like Donovan Klingon, must be easy to jam it.
Here's Collier. To the inside. And he's going to the line for 2. The head coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
For the Jazz, Kessler taking 2 shots. The play will be reviewed.
Many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look. So the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And he can't get the first one. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Will stand since trading Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell in 2022. The Utah Jazz have done some reshaping of their roster.
Yeah, and Brian, it's clear that they're not done. The tinkering continues. They're going to continue to move pieces around until they find what they think can become a championship contending team.
Martin with a screen on Simons. 6 to shoot. Martin outside. Back to George. The 3. The Jazz again can't hit. Blazers trail by 13. There's a screen, and he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Simons with it. Still without a bucket. Pass to Klingon. Simons against George. Clock at 4. The 3 ball. And it's Simons missing. Jazz leading by 13. Clarkson attacking. Now here's Kessler. Back to Clarkson. Hey, great D that time from Grant. The Trailblazers have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break.
Nice lob. This is where Klingon can get a lot of his points early on while he's developing the rest of his game.
Here's Collier. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
There's Simons with a 3. The dive for the ball, and that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Klingon. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Pass to George. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. 5 on the clock. Here's Collier. The shot, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Down low. Oh, got a piece of it. And here's Martin. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Jeremy Grant averaged single digits in points the first 4 seasons of his career, but over the last 4 seasons, he's scoring over 20 a game. He said it all changed for him back in Detroit, adding, quote, "I grew as a player, being the #1 option and seeing different coverages. Now I'm reaping the benefits," unquote. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks. Kessler, a screen. Here he goes. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Simons, left side. Pass to Klingon. There's the triple. And it's Martin with the rebound. Utah leading by 11. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third. George finds Kessler. Back to George. Clock at 6. Kessler, a screen on Simons. Here's Collier. He shoots it. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Good if it goes. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Utah Jazz closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his team.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused.
Keep on dancing.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Chauncey Billups had some advice for the team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
And Allie, thanks. We've got Sharp, Avdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Jeremy Grant, and it's Kamare in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Inside, here's Ayton. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits.
Yeah, when you let Ayton get the ball close, it's over. DeAndre is just too skilled.
Collins a screen. Lays it up and banks it in. Sexton's got 21.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Kamare, that's good.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharp with tremendous upside to his game.
Sharp against Sexton. Collins with a screen on Sharp. Collins outside. To the right side. Fires it. Sharp grabs the miss.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Ayton finds Avdia. Drops in the 3.
Love seeing this from Ayton. Dependable at finding his teammates in their spots.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the 4th. Sexton against Sharp. Collins with a screen on Sharp. Collins outside. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Jazz lead by 8.
Yeah, that's a good look for Collins. I like the offensive approach right there.
Here's Sharp. Pass to Ayton. Here's Kamare. Back to Ayton. Avdia outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Fantastic decision making. Ayton electing to move it for the high percentage look.
Here's Collins. That shot missing. Ooh, excellent D there from Ayton. Sexton against Sharp. Collins. It's a one-on-one situation. And the powerful one-handed slam.
That couldn't have gone better for them. Forget about playing it safe. They're looking to finish it off with style.
Ayton with a screen. And he can't jam it through.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
Some solid defense from Markkanen. Jazz leading by 7. Left side, Sexton, and there's the foul. It'll go on Shaedon Sharpe. That's foul number 2 for him. A minute 42 left in the game. Sexton with it. Now Sharpe defending. Sexton, that's good.
And offensively, Sexton has been in the zone. He keeps finding chances and cashing in on them.
It's Sharpe with the drive. Here's Ayton. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Jazz?
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
One other thing they've done very well has been scoring inside, just pounding and grinding down there.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that brings him with an 8.
And that's a situation where you must make them all to get back into the game.
1:19 left in the final quarter. Here's Hendricks. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got 5 rebounds tonight. And he lobs it up. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Excellent timing by Ayton on the alley-oop pass. He's perfectly positioned to throw it down.
Sexton against Sharpe. Sexton passes to Collins. No good on the shot. Ooh, excellent D there from Ayton.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts right now.
Avdia from outside. Oh, he nails it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Sexton up top, guarded by Sharpe. Filipowski for 3, counted from distance.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
So we see Utah get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to...
Markkanen and Collins. Then there's Sexton. Then there's Filipowski, and it's Hendricks in at the 2-guard spot. And for New Orleans. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah.
That's a great dunk.
He's an athletic freak.
Wow.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
And Sexton slams it in.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Oh, unselfish play. What you like about Murray, he doesn't get tunnel vision with the ball. He keeps his eyes up and his options open.
Sexton, and it's Sexton slamming it down.
And I'm telling you, this kid loves the spotlight, loves center stage. Sexton just firing up his teammates.
Here's Murray. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
That one on Filipowski. This is his first free throw of the game. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
Sexton kicks to Collins. And then Collins slams it in.
One of the most explosive young bigs we have. Collins quick off the floor and gets creative at the rim. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And Trey Murphy gets the whistle that time.
Trey Murphy, the third.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Here's Collins. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Collins has got his second basket.
And that's 2 tough points from Collins. Willing to mix it up down low.
With the drive, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here's Sexton. Pass to Hendricks. There's a screen by Collins. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Clock is at 3. Here's Filipowski, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Shoots. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
The 7th pick in 2017, Lauri Markkanen. Almost a throw-in in that Donovan Mitchell trade.
That's incredible to think of now in the context of this guy becoming an all-star in his own right, Kevin. I mean, Markkanen is a 7-footer who's got efficient offensive numbers, like 50, 40, 90 type numbers. He is an uncommon talent.
Jones, no luck. The Jazz have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Collins passes to Markkanen. Collins setting the big for Markkanen. Lobbed up there for Collins. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Now, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Willie Green.
Now, I asked Coach about the defensive game plan tonight, and he said preventing easy buckets around the rim, and that starts with John Collins. He's a great interior scorer, especially when he gets ahead of steam, so you have to limit those opportunities. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Williamson.
And defensively, Collins has the strength, mobility, and work ethic to be an impact performer.
And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists in the game. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Jazz.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Now, here's Sexton. Fires the three. Knocks down the three ball. Sexton's got 7.
And it's important Sexton makes those. The more he hits from outside, the more the floor will open up.
Jones kicks to Murray. New Orleans moving it around. That shot wide open.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
Sexton against Murray. Pass to Filipowski. Back to Sexton. Fires for 3. And the Jazz another 3.
How about the response from Colin Sexton with some range?
Here's Jones. Wide open. And he hits the jump shot. 9 points in the game so far.
And both teams here in a nice rhythm offensively. And that really says as much about the lack of D as it does either's O.
Collins a screen on Murray. Sexton kicks to Collins. Markkanen from outside. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Collins Sexton, you can tell he's feeling it tonight. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Now here's Sexton. Ball's knocked loose. And for the Jazz. In it forward, it's going to be Markkanen and Collins. Then there's Filipowski. Then there's Colin Sexton. And it's Hendricks in at the shooting guard. You know, when you talk about this Jazz team, Doris, you have to mention head coach Will Hardy.
You certainly do, Kevin, because remember, he came from the Boston Celtics organization. He also had a history in San Antonio. He is known as an excellent tactician. He does an incredible job scouting. Utah always one of the best prepared teams in the league.
And when you look at John Collins' advanced numbers, Doris, they jump off the page.
Yeah, probably the advanced numbers you're referencing, Kevin. Offensive rating, true shooting percentage. And when you look at it through that lens, Collins is absolutely able to score from a variety of spots on the floor, and the guy's an absolute terror on the glass.
Now Collins, following the three-point attempt by DeJounte Murray. The open look here for Sexton. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Sexton's got 12.
And guys, for Colin Sexton, it's really about taking smart shots, because when he does, you can see he's got the ability to catch fire.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
You can see the explosive athleticism that caught the eye of NBA scouts. Sexton with the dunk.
Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Utah leading, and now the latest from our reporter David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me when that time is right. Kevin, I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. Here's Murray after the made shot from Lauri Markkanen. Fires the three. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. And so Sexton will bring it up for Utah. Collins setting the pick for Sexton. Here he goes. And Sexton slams it in.
Well, just a little bit of momentum, and Sexton going right to the rim.
To the left side wing. Murray outside. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. All going up court. Slammed home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Now, here's Markkanen. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Collins kicks to Markkanen. Outside for Sexton.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And stolen by Murray. Inside. Williamson dishes to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Incredible athleticism from Murray. A combo guard with some serious elevation.
And stolen by Murray. Outside, Jones. Williamson is screen on Markkanen. Jones uses the glass to finish the layup. Jones has got his first points of the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Sexton for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Jazz lead by 4.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
There's 57 seconds left to play here in the half.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Hendricks passes to Filipowski. Sexton on the wing. Drives to the hoop. And Sexton slams it in.
Well, if you've got the speed of Colin Sexton, put the ball on the deck and make sure you make good use of it.
No good from the wing. Utah leading by 6. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Hendricks passes to Filipowski. Jones against Collins. 4 on the clock. Here's Hendricks. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And now it's an 8-point Jazz lead. They get it. Bangs home the trifecta. 5 points in the game.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Colin Sexton, you can tell he's feeling it tonight. And, guys, has been the driving force for Utah. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Colin Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
We've got C.J. McCollum. He's out there with Brown. And it's Olynyk in at the 4 slot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down, my goodness.
And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room. And he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
And here are the Pelicans now. After the basket by Utah. A 3 from McCollum. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
Here's Collier. He's guarded by McCollum. Here's Martin. And that one, good. Martin's got his second bucket.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And the basket by McCollum.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Here's Martin, and finished off by Martin.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Count that one. Robinson Earl's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Clarkson outside. To the left wing. Here's Collier. Drills it from outside. Collier's got 5 now.
Well, Clarkson doesn't do huge assist numbers, but he won't waste a wide-open opportunity.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Now George, following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. Kessler the screen. Pass to Collier. Yes, that goes in. And now it's a 9-point Utah lead. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. And we thank you for your report. Here's Martin, and finished off by Martin.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Here's Robinson Earl. McCollum passes to Robinson Earl. Shoots over Clarkson. Robinson Earl, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Here's Collier.
Pick on me, pick on me.
And it's blocked. And now the Pelicans on the break. And he goes in for the dunk.
Don't you just love how Olynyk shares the basketball? He uses his height to see over defenders.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Collier. He has 7. Outside, Martin. Finished off by Martin.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And so it's the Utah Jazz. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their strategy. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Pelicans trail by 15, and Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. In it forward, it's going to be Markkanen and Collins. Then there's Sexton. Then there's Filipowski and Hendricks in at the 2.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Pass to Filipowski. Off target from outside. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up with the New Orleans Pelicans. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Filipowski, 3rd personal foul. 1st team foul.
Williamson finds Jones. Shoots the 3. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Sexton the pass to Hendricks. Back to Sexton. Collins setting the pick for Sexton. Kicks it out to Collins. 5 to shoot. Markkanen with it. Now defended by Williamson. Shot by Collins, no good. Pelicans trail by 12. Uncovered. Hendricks pulls it in.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Pass to Collins. Tipped away. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. It's a big dunk at the end of the break.
And one reason why Murray racks up the steals, he has incredible hands.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, guys, listen in with Will Hardy and his team. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the three is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Jumps up. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
They set the pick. It's Collins with the drive. And that time, also a missed shot.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Jazz.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
I also like how they've played in the painted area. They've made an effort to work on the inside and convert those chances.
And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Markkanen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Hendricks passes to Markkanen. Here's Hendricks. Markkanen gets to Collins. Markkanen a screen on Williamson. Gets it out to Markkanen. Clock at 4. Slows back up. Tries yet again. And that's 2 points on the layup. And the Jazz lead by 9.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
It took a shift in strategy, but it seems like they figured it out. Let's see if they can extend this run all the way to the finish.
Collins passes to Hendricks. Kicks it out to Collins. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Markkanen, good.
Boy, he's got so much length that under duress, still able to finish. Go ahead, Lauri Markkanen.
Back to Murray. Williamson right side. Murray outside. Filipowski grabs the board. Jazz leading by 9. Hendricks passes to Filipowski. Here's Hendricks. He's covered by Murray. Outside Collins. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Markkanen missing again. 43 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Driving the lane. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Filipowski. There's 38 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's the Jazz with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And Sexton slams it in.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Oh, what a find from Murray. He's just a total team player.
Here's Hendricks, defended by Jones. Sexton kicks to Collins. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
No coverage that time. And the Jazz lead by 8. And so it's Utah with the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding
As I am, some of the league's most exciting talent on the floor.
Oh my, man, I am most definitely up for this one. With the athleticism on both sides, there's going to be no shortage of highlights.
Here's the starting group for Portland. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Avdia. Then there's Sharp. Then it's Jeremy Grant. And it's Kamare in at the shooting guard position. Sharp passes to Grant. Back to Sharp. Avdia, screen on Murray. It's Sharp with the drive. And that one is hammered home.
The burst. Man, Sharp can go from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye.
Williamson finds Jones. For three. He drops it from range.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Willie Green. How they'll go about defending DeAndre Ayton came up, and coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. We need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Williamson. From deep. And Ayton pulls it down.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Well, Brent, the Pels bowing out to the Thunder in the first round last season. Not a bad showing, though.
Yeah, no shame in that. You lose to the #1 seed in the Western Conference. They have a great collection of young players and just need to spend more time together to try to take that next step. One change could take them from a playing game to home court advantage this season.
They kick it out to Murray. Williamson with it. Now Sharp defending. Shot clock at 6. Murray for 3. Back to Williamson. Jones with a screen on Sharp. And it's Denny Avdia with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Pass to Williamson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jones. He takes it in, and he jams it home with authority.
Looking pretty nimble on that drive. The slender Herbert Jones is good at understanding when to go in strong.
Ayton, a screen on Murray. Here's Sharp. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, well, have to settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Here's Kamari.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Misi's shot is good.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And he dunks it down.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless.
Well, Brent, we've seen Trey Murphy grow into a prototypical 3-and-D wing.
Well, what's been most impressive, BA, is you thought it was just his shooting. That's been better than advertised. He's also starting to show you he can rebound, run the floor, and defend a little bit. So the package is a little bit bigger than it was once thought of with Trey Murphy coming out of the NBA draft.
Now here's Sharp. He's got 9, and DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in.
Defensively, you always want to keep vision on the ball. Nice job tracking and coming away with it.
Here's Grant. That one is off. Jones with some nice D. For New Orleans, they've gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Murray from outside, and Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. 1:03 left in the first. Grant the screen. Avdia outside. Shot clock at 6. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. 3-on-3. Here's Williamson. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
Yeah, looks like Zion's got the stage all to himself there, just tearing down the rim.
To the left side wing. Back to Sharp. And there's the foul. It'll go on Shaedon Sharp. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Here's Murray. Pass to Misi. And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton tucks it last.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Here's Jones. And there's the whistle. That one goes on Herb Jones. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Blazers trail by 3. Now here's Sharp. 9 points in the game. Avdia screen on Murray. Outside for Grant. Portland again missing. Right side Jones. Nice D from Avdia. No good there. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Pelicans ahead, up 3. And we'll be back in just a minute. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Pelicans.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Taking a look at the Trailblazers. We've got Jeremy Grant, DeAndre Ayton out there with Avdia in the Sharp, and it's Kamari in at the 2.
And Murray just determined to produce on that play.
Brent, what's something you've seen from Murray's time in San Antonio to now?
Well, there's been no stoppage, BA, of the type of work that DeJounte Murray puts in. Now, he's had to learn a new system, but he's adapted to that, and he continues to play both ends of the floor to make an impact.
And he's going for the oop here. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Oh, and a fast break for the Pelicans.
Great court awareness by Murray, just whipping that pass right over to the wide open man.
Blazers trail by 8. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
It's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes.
That is a good option. You could throw that ball just about anywhere, even the top of the square. Jeremy Grant ripping one off.
Outside Jones. Pass to Williamson. Back to Jones. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Murray. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
If guys are getting points inside, that's a bad sign for the defense. So you don't want to allow too much penetration, especially from DeJounte.
Back to Sharp. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Ayton finds Sharp. Back to Ayton. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, Brent, as you know, finding success in the NBA is largely dependent on the situation.
BA, you're hitting the nail on the head. You can't get frustrated as a player, especially a young one that comes into the league and doesn't have an opportunity right away to play. You've got to work on your skills, stay confident, and at some point when you get your opportunity, whether it's the team you're with or in a trade, you're going to have a chance to show that you belong in the league.
Blazers trail by 8. Outside Sharp. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
And Sharp has to be one of the best finishers at the rim in this young class.
And you watch Shaedon Sharp, Brent. The talent is undeniable.
Well, the athleticism really is something that jumps off the court for you. I mean, he's not just a scorer or a rebounder. I think if he uses that athleticism, he could become an elite defender in this league.
Deflects the pass. Pass to Williamson. Ooh, Zion! Vicious!
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're big or small. You do not want to go toe-to-toe with Zion on the inside.
Avdia, screen on Murray. Sharp passes to Ayton. And he drives in. Oh, and the jam by Ayton!
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
And Murray with some big playability.
Blazers trail by 7. Sharp with it. 12 points for him. Williams grabs the board.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
Outside Murray. Pass to Williamson. Back to Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
And Murray right now just no settle in his offensive game.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Sharp against Williamson. Here's Avdia. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
There's a screen. Outside Murray. With the drive. Williamson passes to Murray. Over Avdia. Here's Misi. Outside Jones. Second shot opportunity. Yep, that one's good. And the Pelicans lead by 9.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Ayton, a screen on Murray. Sharp passes to Ayton. Outside for Grant. Back to Aiden. Sharp against Murray. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So both teams making some changes here. Brown against Sharp. Brown passes to Olynyk. Shoots over Klingon. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's DeJounte Murray making things happen for New Orleans. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. And more NBA action on 2K Sports. Coming your way right after this.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Roll. All right, they're thinking about the shot.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. You know, DeJounte Murray has been exceptional here, guys.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Blazers trail by 9. And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, BA, to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there are a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
They've got Kelly Olynyk, also Jeremiah Robinson-Earl out there. And it's Boston in at the point. That's the group for Willie Green getting going here in the second half. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Well, Brent, after ups and downs, it seemed like New Orleans is really trending in the right direction.
Their path has not always been easy. It's a bit indicative of the city itself. It's a resilient place with resilient people that take a lot of pride in the comeback. So this team has had personnel changes, coaching changes, injuries, but the Pelicans have certainly become a team in the past couple seasons where the future is much brighter than its past.
Lets the three fly. They get the rebound. Robinson-Earl. And the layup is good off the glass. Robinson-Earl's got his first 2 points.
What a way to get your first points of the half. Strong play on the offensive boards.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, and Henderson has got some hops for sure. You cannot let him get to the rim.
Blazers trail by 5. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Simons passes to Walker. Brown against Simons. The kick out to Walker. Henderson left side. 6 to shoot. Back to Walker. This one for 3. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to go on Kelly Olynyk.
And one look at Donovan Klingon, and you see why scouts were excited about him. 7'2" with a great build. You can only imagine the intimidating presence he could become on the floor.
And the second free throw is good. And you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, BA. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
That one goes. Count it.
And that's Henderson's game. Get downhill, young man. Beat the defender to the spot.
Oh, Boston, the pass to Olynyk. Here's Boston. Screen by Olynyk. From behind the arc. Knocks down the triple. Olynyk's got his first 3 points of the game.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Henderson for 3. Pelicans cleared away. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
And turning on the Jets here. Simon sees the gap and starts running fast.
Here's Boston, defended by Henderson.
2 minutes. Trailblazer foul. Clinging. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Pass to Williams. Here's Klingon. There's the three. Outside for Henderson. It's Walker on the wing. Back to Henderson. 5 to shoot. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. For 3, Klingon. Rebound by Olynyk. The Pelicans lead by 7.
And Olynyk doing a nice job just keeping the symmetry out there.
1:19 left to play in the third quarter here. Simons passes to Williams. Back to Simons. And it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go.
Portland ball.
A minute 6 left in the third quarter here. The drive by Henderson. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Yeah, head first down the lane. Henderson wants to throw it down on your head.
That one's good for 2. Boston's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
And here's Simons outside. Robinson Earl with a rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Walker with a steal. Simons with it, now guarded by Brown. Ball stolen. Here's Robinson Earl. He's covered by Simons. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. It's Walker on the wing with 2 seconds left. Launches it. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans. They have a nice 9. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Taking a look at the Trailblazers. Scoot at the 1 with Simons at the 2. Klingon out there with Walker. And it's Williams in at the 5.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. So Portland ends up going with a new group. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. Coach asked his team, can anyone knock down a 3? Reminding them three-point shooting will open up the floor, make things easier in the half-court offense. Everyone loves making 3s. Missing? Not so much. Yay?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Pass to Misi. Outside Jones. Got a piece of it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Murray with it. Picked up by Grant. 4-3. Sinks the tray. And the Pelicans lead by 10.
This is what Murphy does. He gets the ball and instantly gets up shots.
Sharp against Murray. Outside Sharp. On the take. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow.
Amazing.
Man. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam. On the wing, Murray, guarded by Sharp, and that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Grant. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And it's Denny Avdia with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Trailblazers. Trailing by 8. Jones finds Williamson. Clock at 6. Sinks that one from the post.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Avdia, screen on Murray. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And so difficult to defend. Sharp has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
And it's Murray off the drive.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Back to Sharp. To the wing, right side. Takes the 3. Count that one. He's 8 for 10 from the field now.
And you see right there the practice time Sharp's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career.
Murray. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Ayton, a screen on Murray.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Outside Sharp. And he lobs it up top. Tries to save it. Ayton inside. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
Defense unable to stop DeAndre Ayton that time, getting inside and using his frame.
Here's Murray. Minute 32 left to play in the 4th quarter of this one.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Ayton, a screen on Murray. It's Sharp for the drive. And that one is stuffed right through.
Showing off some playmaking abilities with the pick and roll. I know Coach likes seeing this from Sharp.
Pass to Messi. They kick it out to Murray. 1:10 left in the 4th quarter here. Williamson with a screen on Avdia. Murray. No good, off the front rim.
Relaxed defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Outside for Grant. And it's Jeremy Grant with a foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, B.A., you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock, don't turn it over.
And he gets that one.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but yes, sir!
Oh!
That's what you tune in for right there. Wow.
No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
Oh, he has the size and can get up quickly. Ayton with the throwback.
And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's out of bounds to the Trailblazers as Portland retains possession. "19 seconds left in the 4th. To the paint. Here's Sharp. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Here's Murray. Fires from way outside. No good. And so it's New Orleans winning this one. This one. All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Allie.